Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, future billionaires, let me tell you something simple, something powerful, and something your teacher probably never told you in school. If you want to be rich, don't chase money, solve a real problem. Yes, that's it. That's the golden ticket. It's not some secret formula hidden in a textbook or some magic phrase whispered in a billionaire's mansion. No. It's right there in front of you, plain and clear. Solve a real problem. You don't need a rich uncle. You don't need to be born in Silicon Valley. You don't need to own a $1,000 suit or trade cryptocurrency at 3 a.m. like a confused raccoon trying to hack a vending machine just to get a snack. That's not wealth building. That's gambling dressed in digital code. What you really need is clarity. Clarity to see problems that other people ignore. To listen when someone complains and think, wait, could I fix that? To feel frustration and say, there has to be a better way, and maybe I can build it. Think about it. Every great business, every wealthy entrepreneur started with one thing, a problem that needed a solution. Uber wasn't about making money. It was about making transportation easier. Airbnb didn't start with money signs. It started with, where will all these people sleep tonight? Amazon? Jeff Bezos didn't say, I want to be a billionaire. He said, books are hard to get. Let's fix that. The richest people in the world didn't run after money. They walked steadily towards solutions, and money came running after them. So if you want to be rich, stop asking, how can I make money? And start asking, whose problem can I solve today? That's the mindset of a future billionaire. Let me start with a funny truth. Most people want to be rich, but the problem is they don't want to solve anything. They want to sleep 10 hours, watch Netflix 5 hours, scroll TikTok 3 hours, and become a millionaire by Friday. That is not ambition. That is hallucination. Let me be clear. You are not poor because you lack money. You are poor because you are not solving a real problem. When I started Alibaba, people laughed. Jack, you don't know anything about the internet. I said, yes, but I know business people in China can't find customers globally. That's a real problem, and I want to fix it. I didn't start by saying, I want to be the richest man in China. No. I started by solving a real pain. So don't say, I want to make $1 million. Say, I want to help 1 million people. You see, money follows value. If you are not valuable, money will avoid you like a mosquito avoids garlic. People think you need to be a genius to solve problems. Nonsense. If I were a genius, I would have become a professor. But I failed my college entrance exam twice. I failed Harvard 10 times. Even KFC rejected me. Yes, KFC. You know what that means? Even fried chicken thought I was not good enough. That's when I knew I had to become my own boss. So don't think you need to be Einstein. In fact, too much intelligence can be a problem. Smart people overthink. They say, what if it fails? What if people laugh? What if aliens land? Forget all that. Be simple. Ask this question. What is something that annoys people every day, and how can I fix it? That's it. You don't need to be Steve Jobs. You just need to be Steve Jobs' neighbor who notices everyone hates carrying 3 remote controls and says, hey, maybe we can combine them. Let me give you a funny example. Imagine someone says, I always run out of toilet paper at the worst time. That's a real problem. Now someone smart says, what if we make a smart toilet paper holder that sends you a notification when you have only 10 sheets left? You laugh, but if that solves a problem, people will buy it. Real money comes from solving problems people didn't even know could be solved. Look at Uber. Taxis were slow. The app solved it. Boom, billion-dollar company. Look at Airbnb. Hotels were expensive. They solved it. Boom, billion-dollar company. Even the guy who invented bubble tea, he solved the problem of people being bored with regular tea. And now we have a global army of teenagers stabbing plastic cups with giant straws. Many young people come to me with excitement in their eyes and say, Jack, I have a big idea. It's revolutionary. It's going to change the world. And I smile. Not because I think they will change the world, but because I want to ask them one simple question. Does your idea actually solve a real problem? You see, a lot of people are in love with their ideas the way some people are in love with their karaoke voice. It sounds amazing in your head, but the moment it hits reality, everybody runs for the door. Sometimes your idea is like bringing a diet soda to a BBQ. Nobody asked for it. Nobody needs it, and it doesn't fix the hunger or the heat. You think it's brilliant, but the market says, hey, when you start a business, don't chase shiny trends. Don't say AI is hot right now, I must do AI. You don't even understand Excel formulas and you want to build a chatbot that understands human emotions? Please, let's be practical. Start with something real. Find a local, simple, frustrating problem. Look at your mom. What annoys her every day? Ask your neighbor. What's too expensive, too slow, or too confusing in their life? Go to your school. What makes students groan? You don't need to impress investors. You need to impress the customer by making their life easier. Your first business doesn't need to go global. It doesn't need to raise $10 million. It doesn't even need a fancy website. It just needs to work. It just needs to help someone. That's how real businesses and real wealth begin. Solve problems, not illusions. Now listen carefully. If you solve a real problem, you won't just make money, you will find purpose. Money buys a bed, but not good sleep. It buys food, but not appetite. It buys a house, but not peace. But solving a problem, helping others, that gives you something money can't buy. Respect, purpose, joy. When people say, thank you, your product changed my life, that's wealth. And guess what? When you add value like that, people throw money at you. Let me teach you something I call the 3 levels of rich people. Level 1, chasing money. You do small things for quick cash. Sell shoes online. Copy trends. Okay, maybe you make money, but it's like junk food. Short term, no legacy. Level 2, creating value. You build something helpful, maybe an app that saves time or a service that solves a pain. People start trusting you. You have influence. Level 3, solving deep problems. You change an industry. You help millions. You don't just make money, you make impact. You build hospitals, schools, platforms, jobs. Now ask yourself, which level do you want? If you're still dreaming about level 1, please wake up. That's not wealth. That's survival. One thing you must understand about human nature. People pay to avoid pain. People pay to be lazy. We pay for delivery because we don't want to walk. We pay for food that is already cooked. We pay for apps that save us 1 second. So the question is, how can you help people be more lazy, more comfortable, more happy? If you answer that question well, congratulations, you have a business. Many of you are professional scrollers. You scroll social media like it's a full-time job. You are a consumer, not creator. You say, Jack, I want to be rich. But you spend 6 hours a day watching people who are rich already. Stop that. If you spend all your time watching success, you have no time building your own. Don't be a consumer of content. Be the one who makes something, anything. A product, a tool, a video, a service. Start today. Even if it's ugly, even if it's small. Remember, the first iPhone was ugly too, but it changed the world. Excuses are the most expensive thing poor people own. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm waiting for the perfect time. Let me ask you something. When you are hungry, do you say, I will wait until the perfect weather to eat? No, you eat. So why wait for the perfect time to start your dream? You don't need the perfect idea. You need to start with a small one and make it better every day. Success is not born from perfect conditions. It is born from action. Some people pray for luck like they're calling customer service. Hello, yes, I'd like a refund for my failure and a free upgrade to millionaire, please. Life doesn't work like that. Instead of asking, how can I get lucky? Ask, how can I become so useful that people can't ignore me? If you are useful, you will be in demand. If you are in demand, you will be rich. Simple. You don't need a fancy degree, a shiny office, or $1 million investor to become rich. You don't even need to invent the next flying car or create a complicated app that no one understands. All you need is the ability to spot a real problem and the courage to solve it. That's it. Let me tell you a story. I once met a man who sold bananas. Yes, bananas. No, not banana NFTs or banana-flavored energy drinks, just real bananas. But this man was no ordinary fruit seller. He wasn't standing on the side of the road yelling, fresh bananas, buy one, get one free. No, he was observant. He noticed something very interesting. He realized that many office workers skip bananas during lunch. Why? Was it because they hated fruit? No. Was it because bananas were too expensive? Not really. The reason? They were too busy or too lazy to peel bananas. Yes, that's it. A small, almost ridiculous problem, but real. So what did he do? He started peeling the bananas himself, slicing them into bite-sized chunks, packaging them in small, clean, hygienic boxes, and delivering them right before office lunch breaks. No marketing agency, no website, just simple, clear value. And guess what? He started making $10,000 a month from bananas. People laughed at him at first, but he laughed all the way to the bank. Why? Because he didn't just sell fruit, he sold convenience. He solved banana laziness, a problem nobody took seriously except him. So next time you think your idea is too small or too silly, remember this. If peeled bananas can make a man rich, look around. Every day people complain, this thing is broken, this thing is hard. I hate doing this. What they are really saying is, please, somebody solve this for me. That's your opportunity. And don't say, but Jack, I don't have money. Good. If you have no money, you'll be creative. Use what you have, your brain, your hands, your network, your time. I started Alibaba with 18 people in my apartment. We had no money, but we had ideas, we had courage, we had problems to solve. That's how we built it. Then maybe you just haven't found the right problem yet. If you want to be rich, stop chasing money. Chase problems. Solve them. Add value. Make someone's life easier, faster, better, or cheaper. The more people you help, the richer you become. Solve a real problem and the world will pay you handsomely. Solve a real problem and your name will be remembered. Solve a real problem and you'll never chase money again. Money will chase you. Now go find a problem. Go build something. And when you make your first million, remember, Jack Ma told you to solve a real problem. Thank you.